that fourth quarter was tough. You're up 12, about 3 minutes to go in the third, but we all feel that we're this close, and that's what makes this game tough. They made bigger plays than us in the fourth quarter. We played really good basketball through most of the game, but we've had a tough time finishing games against Philadelphia, and that's been the issue.
What was the from the 12-point lead to the 19-1 run? What did you
it's a little bit of everything. Finishing the quarter, I think we took 2 or 3 quick shots where we didn't get to what we really wanted to in our package to make them have to defend and play that a little bit differently. That allowed them to get some momentum going into the fourth, and then they just kept the momentum going. It's been similar in the other games. We haven't been able to execute and generate the type of looks that we've wanted. We've had some looks that we've missed, and then they made plays and made shots going down the stretch. Obviously, Simmons' 2 plays down the gut. Those aren't the plays that you're expecting to give up. They have so many other actions and keep you moving, and a lot of different triggers that you have to have 5 guys really dialed in and focused in on. Those ones are tough. It's just one trigger dunk. That's what you're not expecting to give up. And then obviously Redick hit a big one when we got it to 1. He had a game very similar to game 1. I just think it was a hard foul, and then from there, I think it was a much ado about nothing. I don't think anybody needs to look at our series. It's physical, competitive basketball. That's it. Nobody's going over the edge. Guys are putting it out there, trying to do whatever it takes to try to win, and that's it.
Given the way Philly shot the ball or didn't shoot it and the amount of turnovers that they had, how big of a missed opportunity does this feel like for you guys?
Well, we didn't get the job done, and that's sometimes the way it goes in this league. We did a lot of things well enough to put ourselves in a better position to win. We just didn't do it, and they did down the stretch, and we paid the price for that. So now all we have to focus in on is gathering ourselves. This group has shown incredible resilience all year long. It's what's defined that locker room, and get ready to focus on winning one game, and that's it, one game.
He obviously wanted to bounce back, and the way the game played out worked out for him in that way. But just how good was Dwayne, especially down the stretch? I mean, it's not like anybody's surprised by seeing this anymore, but seeing it after the way he kind of got bottled up in Game 3, how important was that, and how much, when you talk about reasons to think about winning one game, how much of a boost can that be, the way he finished?
Yeah, Dwayne has been in these situations forever. So when their defense tightened up, and particularly the last 3 or 4 minutes down the stretch, he ended up being our best option to be able to create something for us, and we've come to know that Dwayne for a long time. As the game gets more intense, the context of the game goes to that level. He becomes more calm. It's a shame we just weren't able to get over the top. Sometimes. You can point to the turnovers. You can point to, 19-point fourth quarter. You can point to their run. But sometimes that's basketball. It's a very good team. I think we played very well. We're a very good team. Sometimes, unfortunately, it might be as simple as missing 12 free throws and having that kind of disparity on the free throw line. We had some good opportunities for some freebies there, and we weren't able to capitalize on it, and they end up having, whatever it was, 14 more makes than us.
You referenced the 2 baskets. Both times you're down 1. JJ's, Ben Simmons' dunk and the wide open JJ Redick.
Yeah.
Those break, especially having come back and faced that adversity, those 2 defensive
breakdowns.
breakdowns.
This team has a lot of different triggers you have to deal with. I mean, it's not as if you can't, or not as if you can just focus on one guy. I mean, that it's not necessarily just a complete breakdown. That's what this team does. I mean, they execute very well, and they have a lot of different guys that make you have to, work your defense. All 5 guys focusing in, and that's what I mean. Probably of all their actions, that might be one of their more basic actions. But all game long, you're dealing with stuff, and then they get to their go-to sets, and Ben Simmons is a freight train going down the paint. At that point.
Erik, you said you're going to focus this one game. Do you feel like what Hassan did today can maybe build some momentum for that next one?
Yeah, he responded in a great way. That's what I love about the playoffs. These are opportunities to grow, to develop your competitive character. The only way to develop that is actually be in these type of playoffs. When it's very competitive, it's intense, it's emotional, you get uncomfortable, all of that. That's what we all signed up for. That's what we love about this. It beats a regular day job. But I was really encouraged by the way he responded to everything the last week.
Erik, I thought it's been a frustrating series, obviously, for Hassan, the entire series, but what he gave you today, the energy and the, you saw some life out of him today.
Yeah.
What does that say about his character?
Yeah, that's basically, I could just point to that. I mean, I could say it again if you want, but, I was very encouraged by the way he responded. I love seeing players have to respond to things that aren't going their way and to overcome it, and he did.